what is up? And it is me, Caleb Coho, here for another episode of Fandom Fights. We are here for the semi-final round in the tournament, but I am not alone. I am joined by my teammate, Jim the Wolf Green. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing awesome. It's great to see this huge matchup in a semifinal with, I know firsthand, Alex beat me in the first round in a close match, so I know how good Alex can be, and Robert is Robert. So let's see how this match unfolds.
Absolutely. This is going to be a clash of titans, the number 2 and the number 3 seed here in the tournament. It's definitely probably going to be the closer of the two matchups that we have here for the semifinals, but it's going to be interesting. We have an awesome matchup here today between Alex Worden and Robert Parker here in the semifinals. It is going to be a bloodbath, but you didn't hear from me. Let's hear from the competitors right now.
Well. It's not much of a surprise after that last match you saw from me, but I'm back. And I'm back where I'm supposed to be. One step closer to the goal. That being said, I have a bit of a mountain in front of me, and that mountain is a tiny little hobbit. Now, Robert and I have faced off before many a time. Movies, I've got his number just by a bit. Movie Battleground, I definitely have his number there. Fandom, though, that's a different story. We've never faced off one-on-one in a fandom setting. That being said, I'm one of the few people who would probably take up the challenge on face value alone against Robert Parker. I know what he can bring to the table, but everyone knows what I bring to the table. I am determined, I am focused, I am primed for battle. And by the end of this match, I'm one step closer to the goal. Because you know, I need it. I crave it. I deserve it. So let's take that next step tonight. Let's do it.
All right. Well, here I am in the semifinals of a fandom tournament, as it should be. Here, my opponent today, Alex Omega Worden, is a competitor that I have faced multiple times in multiple different leagues and multiple different formats many a time. We've played in normal movies one-on-one. We've played in Full Metal group matches. We played in Movie Battleground, and almost every single time we faced, whether he wins or whether I win, it has come down to the last couple questions. It has been such a close match, but that streak of it being close ends today because we've seen what I can do in this league. The records that I hold in this league of highest points, most accuracy. I am here to win. Alex is a great competitor. He has some fandom gaps that I don't have. That being said, I still have a lot of respect for him. I'm ready to play him here today, but I'm confident and focused. I have studied up. This is my wheelhouse, and I will not lose today.
Have it. Our competitors both coming in with a lot of confidence. Alex on the hunt for a belt, and Robert just using his records, his accuracy to back up why he deserves to be here. What did you think, Jim?
They're both big-time competitors. I think they're ready to get this underway. They both seem to be in the zone today, so I'm just ready to see this bloodbath unfold.
All right, so let's get into our proper introductions. Introducing first, representing Full Metal Media. He is coming to the ring with a record of 2 wins, 0 defeats, and 1 TKO. He is Alex Omega Worden. And his opponent, representing Alpha Alliance, coming to the ring with a record of 2 wins, 0 defeats, and 2 TKOs. He is Robert the Hobbit Parker. All right, gentlemen, round 1's going to work like this. You'll each be given 10 individual questions from 10 different categories, each worth 1 point apiece. You will get 3 repeats for the entirety of this match and 1 challenge. Basic stuff, guys. You guys know the drill. Anything else you need questions answered for?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, then let's get into this.
Stock footage, keeping score, and stuff as well. Okay, because I got the score. I got sunglasses for Alex and Shrek on DVD for Robert, so I'm good.
Sounds good. All right, so your first question in round 1 comes from the category of Pixar films. What was the second Pixar film to be nominated for Best Original Screenplay? I think writers deserve a little bit of love. I like writing writer questions. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, this is a good, behind-the-scenes question. Always love those kind of tougher questions for Titans like these.
Oh, absolutely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Robert.
I don't think this is right. Finding Nemo.
That is correct for 1 point. And Alex.
Oh, geez, I didn't think it was that far back. I said Inside Out.
Ooh, incorrect.
Your second question comes from the category of Bond. James Bond. What James Bond film was the first to feature Roger Moore in the titular role?
James Bond. Long-running franchise. Makes money. A lot of faces. Kind of like Doctor Who.
Very much so.
Do you think James Bond is a Time Lord, Jim?
He hasn't turned into a woman yet, so we can't be sure.
5, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Alex this time.
Is that Thunderball?
Incorrect. Go over to Robert.
I was between 2. I went Live and Let Die.
That's correct for 1 point.
Robert pulls another point.
It was either that or Moonraker. Couldn't decide.
All right. Your third question comes from the world of DC films. What DC film was released in 1982? '82 was a pretty good year. I don't know if this falls into your top 10, but it was a long time ago. I don't know if this falls in your favorites of the year, but that's mine. So we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Robert.
Swamp Thing.
That's correct for 1 point. And Alex.
Swamp Thing.
That's also correct for 1 point.
And we are on this question. Okay, your fourth question comes from the category of Disney. Disney. What is the name of the Disney animated documentary released in 1943?
This is a deep cut. Tested some of these with Jeremy Adams. This was one of the ones he did not get.
I think John Roca saw this one in theaters.
I believe he did. Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Alex.
Don't have it.
All right. And Robert.
John Lithgow.
Close.
Incorrect. We are looking for Victory Through Air Power.
Oh, of course.
Can't help but think
gentlemen.
that's something to do with Nazis, but whatever.
You are correct. It would. Your next question comes from the MCU. In Black Panther, what tribe does W'Kabi belong to?
Good movie. I saw it in theaters twice.
I saw it in theaters 3 times opening weekend.
Okay, no need to brag, but
I haven't seen it since. I thought it was good though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The name of my first car was the Black Panther. All right. You'll go over to Robert.
It's like the Border Tribe. I don't know if that's right.
It's correct for 1 point. And Alex.
Border Tribe.
Alex
also
gets
correct
on the
for 1 point.
board. Your next question comes from everyone's favorite category that they always pick as a strength, kaiju. Where was the first ever kaiju attack located at in Pacific Rim?
Pacific Rim. Pretty good movie. I enjoy. Uprising, not so much.
I like the intense glares of Idris Elba.
Oh, absolutely. And especially the line, "We are going to cancel the apocalypse." I think they're canceling the apocalypse that is that franchise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Alex.
I'm pretty sure it's San Francisco.
That's correct for 1 point. And Robert.
San Francisco.
That's also correct for 1 point. Your next question, gentlemen, comes from the world of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Wonder Woman? I thought this was a good score and a good movie.
I thought it was good is definitely the word I would use to describe the movie. Good, not great.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Alex.
I know he did her theme song, Junkie XL.
As incorrect. We'll go over to Robert.
Not to be confused with all his family members who are also composers, Rupert Gregson Williams.
That is correct for 1 more point.
Robert is just going off in this round 1. Let's see if we can continue in the next category of Star Trek. Who plays Chekhov in the 2009 version of Star Trek? That's the one that has that guy from Star Wars directing it.
Yeah. I think you're right. It's my favorite of the Star Trek films.
It's a fantastic movie, and Thor dies at the beginning. Spoiler alert.
He does.
Wow.
And my choir director, who's a huge Trekkie, definitely thinks it's the worst. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Robert.
Anton Yelchin.
That's correct for 1 point. And Alex.
Rest in peace, Anton Yelkin.
That is also correct. Your penultimate question, gentlemen, comes from the world of Marvel movies. These are Marvel movies not in the MCU. Who directed Kingsman: The Golden Circle?
I recently bought this on 4K HD Blu-ray.
No, fancy. I just watched it on HBO Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Robert this time.
Matthew Vaughn.
That's correct for 1 point. And Alex.
Matthew Vaughn.
That is also correct for 1 point.
For a minute there, I thought that was the guy that pitched for the Indians in the 90s.
Sports.
Your final question in round 1 comes from a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars. What is the first planet we see characters on in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith?
I don't hate this one. In fact, it's a top 5 Star Wars for me.
I gotta agree, I love Hayden Christensen's ugly cry in it. He has a very good ugly cry.
I think he and Joffrey are my biggest inspirations. 5.
Not that
4,
surprising.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Alex.
Coruscant, Another Happy Landing.
That's correct for 1 point. And Robert.
You have to forgive spelling, but Coruscant, yeah.
That's also correct.
If they
And
give,
as we make another...
Geppetto, we'll give that one to you.
It's true. As we make another happy landing into round number 2. At the end of round number 1, the score is Robert with 9, Alex right behind him with 6. This is a barn burner already, but round number 2 is where anything can happen, and that is our wheel round. You will each get a chance to spin our lovely wheel, where you will get to pick one of the categories off that wheel if you so spin it. If you pick the category that you like, you get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. Worth 2 points apiece. You can go to multiple choice for a point deduction of 1, so it's only worth 1 point. And I think that's it. If you spin the wheel and you don't like what you land on, you have to spin it. You can spin it again, but you're stuck with whatever you land on. Any questions, gentlemen?
Score update. Alex had 6. He got Swamp Thing.
Yep.
He got Border Tribe.
Swamp Thing, Border Tribe, San Francisco, Anton Yelchin, Matthew Vaughn, and Coruscant.
Okay. I don't know where I missed one, but okay. Yeah.
I don't think you got it when I said when I got Swamp Thing.
Oh,
yeah, because when you got to the MCU, it was like, and he's on the board. And I was like, but he was already on the board.
Oh, yeah, Swamp Thing is when my eyes were freaking out. Okay, my bad.
That's why I'm double checking.
Okay.
That's why we got Kane, the voice of God, here. All right, I will
Thanks.
bring up the magnificent wheel on my lovely, lovely MacBook. All right, there we go. All right, Robert, since you are in the lead, you get to choose. Would you like to go first or defer to Alex?
I'm gonna defer.
All right, Alex, this is your spin. And it lands on Back to the Future. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
This is tough because there's one other category on the board, one or two I really want that are on the board, but a couple I really don't want to land on, so I'm going to stick with it.
All right. I will be administering... No, Jim will be administering to you your questions here in round number 2.
Sure, as long as you tell me which of these answers is right, because they all look the same.
The ones that are italicized are the correct answers.
And that is in Back to the Future.
Yep. All right. So, Alex, your questions from Back to the Future will be given to you.
I do.
My-
I do italics. This is so confusing.
My colorblind,
guys.
my
Guys, I am
colorblind, typeface blind
sorry.
co-host will give you the question,
I am sorry, guys. This is so bad.
and Jim will not be asked to host again.
Hey, I'm sorry that your format of this spreadsheet is stupid. Okay. No, so give me a second to think.
We try to save space.
Jim, would you like me to ask them?
No, I think I got it. I
you
think
sure?
I got it. If I mess up the first one, then you can take over.
I will read along with you just to make sure that you got them right. Or do
Yes,
you want me to just
okay.
say that
Alex,
is
your
correct?
first question. Yes, you can say that is correct. Let's do that. Alex, your first question after a brief discussion of the rules that should not be aired. Who did Marty say he was as scared? Who did Marty say he was as he scared George into asking Lorraine out?
Darth Vader.
That's
correct
correct.
for 2 points. I'm crying.
Who plays Jennifer in Back to the Future Part 2?
Oh, Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth Shue is correct. What is the name of the principal in Back to the Future?
Mr. Strickland.
Also correct. What is the name of the bartender in Back to the Future Part 3?
Oh, deep cut. Multiple choice.
Is it A, Walter, B, Thomas, C, Jeb, or D, Chester?
Chester.
Chester is correct. Who wrote the screenplay for all 3 Back to the Future films?
Oh, crud. Who is it in my head? Oh, God. Multiple choice.
Is it A, Robert Zemeckis, B, Bob Gale, C, John Hughes, or D, Lawrence Kasdan?
Bob Gale.
Bob Gale is correct.
So after that electrifying round that Alex had a near perfect round 2, got every question right. He is now at 14 to Robert's 9, and Robert will now get the chance to spin this lovely wheel.
Big round that Alex needed right there.
All right, and the spin is away, and Robert, you land on the MCU. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Oh man. Yeah, I gotta keep that.
All right.
Caleb, I have a special request.
Yes.
Can I ask the first question?
Yes, you can. And ladies and gentlemen, here to ask the first question in round number 2 from the MCU to Robert Parker is the very own Kane McMillan of Fandom Fights. Sir, take it away.
Yep. I feel like I should ask this question because, yeah, people say I like this movie a lot. In Thor Ragnarok, Korg said the forked wooden spear would be good at killing what kind of mythical creature?
Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, werewolves, B, vampires, C, leprechauns, or D, ghouls?
Vampires.
That is correct for 1 point, and I'm off, guys.
Vampires.
All right, your second question in the MCU. As the Guardians were being brought into the kiln, how many prisons did Rocket say he has broken out of?
Oh
Is it
man.
broken? I don't know.
Broken.
Kate said breaking.
Um.
Yeah, Kane's about breaking. So
I've escaped 22 prisons.
that is a big 2 points.
Ow.
Your third question. In Ant-Man, who plays Cassie Lang's stepfather?
Okay, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but it's Bobby Cannavale.
That is correct for 2 more points.
Okay, I didn't know if that was the right
Your
pronunciation or
fourth,
not.
Phonetic
your
enough.
fourth question. Your fourth question. What is the Wi-Fi password at Carmitage in Doctor
Shambhala.
Strange? That is correct for 2 more points.
Robert doesn't
And your
even
fi-
let him finish the question.
Your final question. The character of Curse appears in which MCU film?
Thor: The Dark World.
That is correct for 2 more points. And at the end of round number 2, Robert is up 18 to Alex's 14, but it's not over yet as we get into round number 3. Round number 3 is going to work like this. You'll each have to bring back your whiteboards as you will get 5 questions from 5 different categories. This is our betting round. We will give you the name of the category and you will tell us how many points you'd like to bet between 0 and 2. If you get it right, you get those points. If you get it wrong, you lose those points. We go until someone reaches 0 or is mathematically eliminated. If you are eliminated before the final question, it is a TKO. Any questions, gentlemen?
Nope, let's do it.
Oh, let's go, yeah.
All right, your first category in round number 3 is Star Wars. How many points do you want to bet on Star Wars? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Robert, how confident are you on a galaxy far, far away? All right, and Alex.
2.
All right, your question in Star Wars. Name the 3 planet settings of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
A very beloved film in the Star Wars fandom.
I would agree.
Everyone loves that Jar
specifically,
Jar Binks.
I was just about to say the most beloved character in Star Wars. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Robert.
Naboo, Tatooine, and Coruscant.
That is correct for 1 point. And Alex.
Naboo, Tatooine, Coruscant.
That is correct for 2 points. After that, Robert is up to 19. Alex nipping at his heels with 16. It's only a 3-point difference. As we get to the second category, Jim.
The second category in round 3 is from the House of Mouse Disney.
How many points would you like to bet on Disney? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Alex.
I gotta go for 1.
All right, and Robert.
I'm also going 1.
All right.
Your question. What is the name of Jane's father in Tarzan?
We're looking for his first name. Just to make sure, his first name. Just watched this again, and now I'm contractually obligated forever to apologize to RJ for not voting this onto the top 7 modern Disney discussion.
And I just want to know about the Strangers Like Me.
I agree. 5, 4, 3, 2. Son of Man, look to the sky. 1. We'll go over to Alex.
I said Robert.
That's incorrect. And Robert.
Archimedes?
That is a correct for 1 point. It is 20-15 going into the third question, which comes from the category of DC. How many points would you like to bet on DC? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Robert.
1.
All right. And Alex.
2.
All right. Your question from DC. Who directed Batman: The Killing Joke?
both writing feverishly.
This movie is feverish because the first half is awful. 5, 4, botch that segue. 3, 2, 1. And still go over to Robert.
Sam Liu.
That's correct for 1 point. And Alex.
I said Bruce Timm.
Oh,
Incorrect. That puts you down to 13 to Robert's 21. And quick defer to King.
It's still a game.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right. Because I don't math well. All right, Jim. It's perfect that you get this.
One has to wonder for how much longer is it a game, because the next question comes from the crippling weakness of one Alex Omega Worden, the Wizarding World. The Wizarding World.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Alex, how many points are you betting?
I have to bet 2.
All right. And Robert.
Also 2.
To Robert, going for the throat, trying to win on a question instead of letting Alex miss. What are the name of the students that Harry and Ron disguise themselves as in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets?
Looks like Alex actually might know this one, so we'll see what he has. Still haven't watched these. Time Magazine lied to me and said that I can watch these on HBO Go, and
that was like in February.
Well, bummer for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Alex.
Was it Crab and Goyle?
That's correct for a huge 2 points. And Robert.
Crab and Goyle.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Robert the Hobbit Parker. Very close game. Robert, you are now advancing to play in the title match of the Fandom Fights tournament at our pay-per-view event. What is it again, Kane? Sorry. We'll cut this and I'll do it.
Mayhem at the Multiplex.
Mayhem at the Multiplex. I thought it was a Multiplex Revolution. I forgot. Okay. Robert, you have now advanced into a title match at our Mayhem at the Multiplex pay-per-view event. How do you feel?
I feel really, really good. Alex is a really good Fandom player. He would not have gotten to the semifinals without this. I'm happy to come up with the win. But I am absolutely watching my back for him and many other players in this league, because he took me further than any competitor ever has in a one-on-one 3-round format in a Fandom or Geek League. So all the props in the world to Alex. He's a great guy. I feel good going into the finals. I am more focused. I have studied more than I ever have in the past. I'm more determined than I ever have been. And I am going to be the first Fandom Fights champion.
Confident words. Any holes in your game that you think you need to fix going into this title match?
So I am a big proponent of not wanting James Bond in Fandom, but I have since accepted that it has been. And I studied at least which actors have been in which movies, which did help me get 1 point here today. So I've been studying a little bit of James Bond, but I need to actually watch them before the finals. I think that's my biggest gap. I don't think I really have many other gaps. I'll probably revisit Star Trek. But as far as actual gaps go of movies I just haven't seen, I need to watch James Bond before the match.
All right. Out of the 2 people playing in the final, Chance Ellison and Cale Coho, who would you rather see at the Mayhem at the Multiplex event?
Yeah, there are reasons that I would want to face both you or Chance. I would want to face Chance because when we last played for a title in a Geek or a Fandom setting, lost by 1 question, and it was Fantastic Beasts because my mind was not working at full steam as it has been this tournament so far, and I lost on 1 question, and that's my fault. I take full responsibility for missing that question. But I only lost to Chance by 1 question. So I absolutely have what it takes to beat Chance. I think me, along with Alex and a few others in this league, are the only people who can really take it to Chance in this kind of a setting. And I'm ready for that rematch against Chance. But that being said, Caleb, you've been on a tear this tournament so far. You have really stepped your game up since we've last seen you in a Fandom or a Geek setting, and you've been doing really well in this tournament. So I think you've got a decent shot against Chance. Ultimately, I want to face Chance more to redeem myself, but I still think you would be a tough fight in the finals too.
All right, all right. Well, congratulations, Robert. We will see you at Mayhem at the Multiplex. Going over to our unfortunate loser today, Alex Worden. How do you feel coming off that loss?
Honestly, not that bad because Robert had a nearly perfect game. It was going to take everything I had in me to beat him at the pace of play we had even after round 1. My round 2 was nearly flawless. His was just a bit better. My round 3, I stumbled a bit. He kept the pace. So ultimately, Robert proved why going into the tournament, he got one of the top 2 seeds. Whereas me, well, I had a bit of an off round 1, and I just couldn't recover from it. That's the way it goes sometimes.
All right. Any holes you see that you need to fix before you play in your next match?
Probably need to study a bit more Disney. Probably need to study that. A little bit more on classic Bond. I know a lot about modern Bond, but not a lot classic. I need to just brush up a little bit more. That Roger Moore question killed me when it came up. Ultimately, it's just my standard holes of just, if you saw my last match in movie Warzone, there's certain films I don't like, so I'm not going to take the time to invest. But there's some things that I do know and I do like, but I've just got little tiny gaps that I just need to do a little bit of recall on. So it's just little tiny bits and pieces here and there that I'm going to need to just cinch in on the next time the match comes up.
Absolutely. Alex, you may not be playing at our Mayhem and Multiplex event, but you are not particularly done. There is a match coming up in the future that we already are now going to book you for to play the loser of either me or Chance coming from another semifinal, which should be a pretty fun match. Who would you rather play coming off that match?
Honestly, like Robert, you both bring different challenges to the table. So honestly, I have no preference because whoever wins between you and Chance is going to be battle tested, just like me after playing Robert. So I'm ready for whoever's up next to get my momentum back.
All right. Well, it was great to have you in the tournament. It was great to see you play. You played a really, really good game. Perfect round 2. But we'll see you coming up. All right. Jim, what'd you think of the match today?
It was a very good match. Robert came out of the gate strong, getting I think it was 9 points out of 10 in the first round, and like Alex expressed in his interview, he only missed a few, but it was enough to where Robert just kept that momentum going, even after Alex tried to pick up some of that momentum in the second round, which I think he did, and he carried it over, and he started hot in round 3, and missed that killing joke one, and that kind of ended it for him. But one has to wonder if Robert will be the Captain Marvel to the Titan Chance Ellison, or the Jaime Lannister and slay the King Caleb Coho at Mayhem at the Multiplex. So we'll have eyes on that match and your match as well. So it's going to be a crazy championship no matter who he plays. But I know I can't wait to see it.
All right. So thank you guys for watching our main event semifinal tournament. It has been a blast to be a part of. And now we get to see, coming up at our Mayhem at the Multiplex event, who is going to be winning the belt. It's going to be epic. This was the title match, but we'll see. We'll see coming up at Mayhem and Multiplex what just happens. All right, so I'm going to take us out through our plugs. Robert the Hobbit Parker, our winner today, playing for the title. Where can the good kids find you?
Sure, you can find me on Twitter and Letterboxd at RBRTPRKR98. It's my first and last name, no vowels plus a year. Other than that, you can find me all over the fan film community, all over the fan trivia community. I'm either writing, hosting, being an admin, or playing in it. And you can check me out on the most recent episode of Dave Goodger's podcast, That Made Your List, available on iTunes Podcast, Podbean, and YouTube. He's a great friend of the show, great friend of all this big community, so go out and support that. I was on that most recent episode.
Awesome. Over to our unfortunate loser today, Alex Omega Worden. Where can they find you?
You can follow me on Twitter at AlexOmega34. Find me on Facebook under Alex Omega Worden. But of course, you can always find me on Full Metal Media. I'm the commissioner and host of Full Metal Trivia, airing every Monday night here on YouTube. I'm also the co-commissioner and co-host of Full Metal Geek, now going on weekends on YouTube as well, on the Full Metal Media live channel. And you can find me everywhere on the Worldwide Movie Games Network. I'm one of the admins over there, helping out running matches for Worldwide Movie Trivia and soon Movie Battleground potentially. But you can always find me somewhere on that group. I'm one of the leads there, and I am always present.
All right. And my co-host today, Jim Green. Where can they find you?
You can find me co-hosting various matches in Multiplex and Jukebox Trivia. I run the TV division of Multiplex now, so keep an eye out for me making some announcements in that. We got some good stuff coming up in the Fandom TV division heating up real soon. We're gonna get the play-ins starting to record, and I think it'll be really fun, and it'll be a good time. But
absolutely.
But.
Oh, here we go.
You can see myself and yourself absolutely destroying the team of Samurai Jack in the first Fandom Fights team match on our way to the championships. We'll beat anybody. It doesn't matter. Who cares? These two are losers. We're going to destroy them. What's that one thing the action guys say? Oh, yeah, where's the belts? Back to you, Caleb.
Absolutely. Afro Samurai, Akipo Asesno, whoever Robert and his team is, we'll take them all. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Caleb Coho. That is KalebKoho. And you can find me on YouTube, Caleb Coho, where I do my music and film stuff. Coho Productions, where I do specifically movies and short films, trailers like that. My group, The Forks, put out our debut album, Shoot for Tees, back in February. So if you're interested in rap music, you can get that on your iTunes, Spotify, all your digital music content. And my short film, Chick Part 2, comes out on July 25th on Caleb Coho and Coho Productions on YouTube. So check that out. And you can check me out here with the Fandom Fights division, running with Kane, and all over Multiplex, doing all sorts of stuff. But with that, guys, we will see you next week.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? This is Stockford McGee bringing you guys your stats for the match. And then guess what? I feel better. Ryan Permison hooked me up with some medication. He's like, hey, take this, you'll feel a lot better. I'm like, alright, thanks, bro, thanks. That's what teams are for. I hope he's not actually turning heel because that would be weird. But yeah, so Robert Parker would go 9 for 10 in round 1, while Alex Worden would go 6 for 10 in round 1. And then in round 2, both competitors would go 5 for 5. Not missing a single question. And then round number 3, Robert will go 4 for 4, and Alex will go 2 for 4. Robert would finish going 18 for 19 for 94%, and Alex would go 13 for 19 for 68%. This is the second time Robert Parker has had a 94% accuracy rate in a Fandom Fights matchup. Robert would also become the all-time points leader at 62 points, the all-time accuracy leader at 87%, and Robert's becoming a beast. That is why he is our number 1 ranked competitor, Robert Parker. And Alex Worden is now our number 4 ranked competitor, right behind Eli McKay, but right in front of Caleb Coho. This has been Stockford McGee bringing you guys your stats for the match, and this has been the tournament. Let us know what you guys think. Yeah, but I'll see you guys next week.
Is me playing Chance, so that'll be the fun main event here for today. So stay tuned for that as we determine what's.
Gotta correct you. This was the main event.
This was the main event.
Yes.
All right.
Whenever you do that,
I will do that.
Leave it in.
Correct.
All right.
Pause. Fuck. Do you guys ever have trouble reading these questions because the green shade that you use and the yellow shade are fusing together, and I can't really see the green anymore?
Oof.
Okay.
Do you want me to change them for you real quick?
If you could change the green color to something not so yellow, this is like hurting my eyes. It's like burning my eye. Yeah, that helps. Yes, the blue was fine.
Not that one. No, that's too dark. Not just make it all yellow. Orange, okay?
That blue's fine. That blue's fine.
Okay, good. All right.
When I'm asking
Sorry.
questions, if you
Get
want to
good,
change
Jim.
those,
Get good.
yeah, this is like seriously.
Stop being
like,
so colorblind.
I
Jim. Stop being
can't.
so
I
colorblind.
can't see. Like it's bad. Okay. Okay, we're
Never
good.
had that problem before. Kay, do not cut that out.
that was terrible. Okay.
I would tell kids who want to make movies to make movies. And if it's a really cool movie and it's funny and it's dramatic or whatever, you can post it on YouTube.